Well, here I am. I made it to Samson Island. I paddled around and around looking for a place to disembark, but as you can see, it's totally surrounded by mangroves. Very thick vegetation all along the shore, so had a little trouble getting out. That on this particular trip, I have just what I could carry in my 9.5-foot Otter kayak, and it isn't much, about 7 bottles of water and the bare essentials. So we're in for an interesting treat to check out this place. This is a 54-acre park, property of Satellite Beach, and I'm just going through the trails now, and it kind of goes into a dark glade. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. See what we might encounter in here. Boy, now that's a fantastic banyan tree. Man, look at those roots. That's incredible. Well, there's trails all over this place. I'm looking around and there's a broad trail that's making a circuit, but there's a narrow trail that comes right up here, and I want to check that out because at least there's an increase in elevation. With the increase in elevation, I can get a layout of the land and get it much more familiar with my surroundings. So let's take a look and see where this takes us. Seems like it's an embankment about 12-15 feet up. Oh, well, you see across the river where there's all kinds of houses, and out the Indian River, and the remaining of the island towards the south, down towards Lansing Island. I want to point out this warty wood. It's not wood herpes, it's actually a plant called Hercules club, and has all these spikes. It's also very similar to the kapok, and kapok spurs have the same basic shape. Right here, this is the kapok tree, and you can see how the bark just juts out. And these spurs actually break off and get washed into the ocean and travel thousands of miles, just like the sea beans that I enjoy so much. This is either a porta potty or a hatch to the secret underground lair of the Dharma Initiative. Well, now I'm getting to where there's much more substantial trails. That ever since the area was dedicated to be a preserve in the 80s, they've been working to make improvements, and this is quite a nice trail. Well, here's a snake. Hey, Mr. Snake, how you doing? He doesn't seem to mind me at all. I think I'm just going to pass by. Rather tame snake. Just a pretty little glade out here. There's just so much diversity. There's old growth trees, there's scrub, it's sandy, a little bit of everything. I'm walking through this shady little trail, and I don't have a clue where I'm heading. There's trails everywhere. This is almost like a labyrinth of a island. But it's fun. It's a great exploration. You can only get here by boat. Well, there's so many trails, I've quite literally been going in circles, and always being prepared is my motto, like the Boy Scouts. Is I have a compass in my pack, and if you'll notice that all the water's gone. But I guess I could go to the water or get a cup or something and float the compass in there, but compass is absolutely useless. Alright, there, I'm floating my compass in my water bottle so that I can tell which way north is and get around this island without going in circles. I highly suspect that someone's been pumpkin chunking. Well, yeah, and look where I am. I'm in the middle of all these Australian pines, a nice little shady glen, beautiful place to camp. And one wayward chunked pumpkin. Alright, unrehearsed, I'm going to try out my jungle hammock. Yippee-yay! Here's my little bit of civilization with my buddy burner is my English breakfast tea out in the woods on a little bit of butane. There's a beautiful owl right up there. I don't know if you can see him. Gorgeous, just gorgeous big horned owl. I found plenty of firewood. Well, here I am, day 2. Weathered the night pretty well. It got really windy and I had to put on some long pants and long sleeve shirt to take care of the chill, but this glade with all the Australian pines is really nice. Woke up to a horned owl making just that comforting coo noise. I just saw an osprey leave that nest, and I want to direct your attention to this plant here that it closes its leaves during the night to reduce moisture loss from transpiration, and when the sun comes out in its full strength, the leaves will open like little solar cells and back in business. But conservation of moisture is pretty neat.